a piece I wrote for TPS 2 weeks ago, so hope you like it. When I was a kid, my father gave me a Lego set, a stuffed dinosaur, 2 Hot Wheels, and a plush penguin. I couldn't be happier. I was endlessly entertained by the adventures of my toys. Hours wasted going through repeated deaths, traveling through space, fighting Godzilla. I spent my life absorbed into my imagination. Not a day would go by without me shooting space aliens. I was channeling my inner Andy from Toy Story. These were gifts my father gave to me. 2003. I was on the floor holding my toy dinosaur in the air when I heard a knock on the door. It was the police. When I asked to see my father, a sinking feeling in my stomach emerged. I could feel my face getting warmer, my heart racing. I felt uneasy in their presence, yet by the time they left with my father in handcuffs, I still did not understand what was going on. While my mother cried in front of my eyes, I still held that toy dinosaur in the air to distract myself from the reality. The reality that my father has been raping my older sister for the past 10 years. She hasn't been home in the past 2 weeks. CPS took her away from me. When I finally saw my sister again face to face, it was like a prison visitation area. Between a glass window and a broken heart, I could see the tears running down her face. I did not cry. I did not cry because I did not understand how my father could simultaneously rape my older sister and hand me these toys as a present for my 5th birthday. These were meant to be a gift to me, not a distraction, yet I still kept them. I kept them because they reminded me of the last time my father treated me as his son. The last time I could remember the smell of alcohol on his breath, and he didn't hit me until I burst into tears. The last time he said, "I love you." I still played with my toys, but nothing was the same since my sister was taken from me. As I grew older, it became harder to access that imaginary space that made my toys fun. I became frustrated and confused why things weren't the same. What once was saving princesses transformed into throwing my Hot Wheels on my frayed penguin, hoping somehow it would be enjoyable to me. My crazy space adventure became throwing my plastic dinosaur against a wall while feeling unfulfilled. I could not seem to find the happiness I once experienced. I was struggling to find its meaning. I became detached. Trapped in my mental bubble of isolation, nothing seemed to matter anymore. My experiences slowly flattened and blended together until I was stuck in this meaningless fog, unable to feel anything about anything. Everything turned into soul-decaying boredom and loneliness. There was no difference between games and homework, sun and rain, music and silence, birthdays and funerals. It was all the same emotionless emotion. It didn't make a difference if I was looking at my toys or staring at my sister crying through the window. I learned that there was a difference between not caring and not being able to care. I couldn't tell the difference between good and evil if someone was helping the poor and another was banging my sister even if I tried. The concept of emotion became such an abstract ideology. It was like teaching a 4th grader string theory. It was as if people were taunting me with things I can't feel, like love, happiness, hope. It was a spray of positivity pointed directly to my face until I spent more time arguing that I was too hopeless to be helped, that there is no solution, and that I don't necessarily want to kill myself. I just don't want to exist anymore. Maybe my sister feels the same way too. It's been 11 years since I've seen you, and I still hope for the day we can hug each other one last time.
Draw a woo or a snap or whatever. I do that all the time. Some people may not like it. Who knows? Whatever. I don't know. So yeah. So I guess we weren't able to find Shoshi.
Isaac.
That's a mystery.
Watch out.
So right now, Isaac's coming up to the stage. On deck, we have Carmel. Make some noise for Isaac.
Hey, Connor and Tina, watch out walking back because the camera's like this whole.
That is a lot brighter in real life than in the movies. A body learning to twist and turn, of righteous movement through pity spurned, for cozy beds and lamps that burn, with the mellow light of friendship. A young soul's wisps, curling like a fern, skipping casts of iron stern, glimpses in flesh with lessons learned, immortal fabric and timeless spite with Cool Whip. Time's cresting waves relentlessly churn, my ship finds port by a black lantern, and in tranquil forest dead Auburn, destiny washes me clean, and I wonder about kitchen appliances. While the Juice Maker 9000 has greater blending capacities than the Pulp Friction, it is decidedly more expensive. And does it really pay for itself when vineyards make wine by smashing grapes with their feet? Honestly, a hammer is just as good, with the benefit of natural pulp in your smoothies. The mind spits and simmers in its urn. The intellect is rarely paid what it's earned. I
Got it,
find
poet.
it is for a better blender that I yearn. Thank you.
All right. Now, on deck, we have Emily. Yeah. We're coming up on the stage right now. I want you to cheer your very loudest for the homegirl, Carmel!
Sorry, I'm like a little bit out of breath from running around looking for Shoshi, so sorry. It's okay. The other day in art class, we watched a movie on degenerate art in Nazi Germany. Watched a clip of a dead body in the dirt being pushed by a yellow tractor into a hole in the earth. I broke. Felt my insides try to break free. I sat there. Just like everyone else around me, we all just sat there. 36 high school students watched twisted white bodies get dumped by a steel machine. I wish I had screamed. The night before, I was on Tumblr. Scrolled past a Mean Girls gif to images of orange lunch trays, which I discovered to be last meals. Last meals requested by inmates on death row. Inmates found innocent post-execution. I didn't even cry. Just held on to the earth for dear life. The earth, a place I feel has betrayed me. I wish I had cried. Today, in Spanish class, we watched a movie called Innocent Voices. It captured life during the Civil War in El Salvador. I watched houses be abolished, men beaten. I watched a little girl get shot and die in her grandmother's arms. No one even flinched. They laughed at me for having my hands over my mouth and a shocked look on my face. Why? Why is everyone still talking and drawing? How can you keep scrolling down Tumblr with your phone hidden behind your binder while soldiers take these girls away to rape them? Stop talking about how the sub looks like a hag and a rat. Please, shut up. Everyone around me is dying. I don't want to be human anymore. Because everyone won't stop hurting themselves and those around them. Please, can I change what being human is? Change our brain wiring so I'm only human isn't an excuse anymore.
Time for Carmel! When I say media, you say what? Media! What? Media! What? There we go. All right. On deck, we got your homeboy Carp. Hold up. We got your boy Connor. But right now, on the stage, I want you guys to stand up, turn around, and scream for Emily! Okay, we're gonna do this together. Okay, we're sitting, right? Okay. Stand up. Yeah. Come on. Okay, now turn around. I should do it. And now scream for Emily!
Mike the Killer MC. Oh my god. No, Mike the
What a hug means. To me, a hug means holding someone and letting them know that you care about them very much. It's also my way of showing affection. They're super cuddly, and if I could hug people all day, I would totally do it. A hug to me also is a way to comfort someone, taking the place that words can't fill, because words are just too complicated and provide no comfort or joy. If I could speak only through hugs, that would be the best language. You can't get confused with a hug. The only confusion is trying to figure out whether or not someone wants a hug, and if it's the right time to hug them. But other than that, I would be fluent in the language of hugs. It's amazing how much joy and comfort a tight hug can give, especially when someone is in pain. I know when I'm upset, sad, or just in a bad mood, I love hugging instead of talking because I'm afraid my words would cause irreparable damage to my friendships that I cherish. This is what a hug means to me and why I enjoy giving them. Thank you.
everybody. Find someone you don't. Actually, I don't know. That would take too long. All right, turn to your neighbor and hug them. All right.
Everyone get that out of the way of the camera.
All right. So to keep things moving, on deck, Shoshana showed up. Woo! Right now, coming to the stage, we got Connor. Input.
Your smile, your eyes, your laugh, your walk, your hair, your passion, your hugs, your hate, your love, you're everything to me. You're perfect. I love everything about you. Just being near you, you feel like you're not enough for people, but you're enough for me. You've opened my eyes and made my life just generally better. I see you and I just remember how good the world is and there are still good people. Thanks. This is just a quick little thing.
That was sweet. That was cute. I'm alone. All right. So, on deck, we got the subject of the poem, Tina. But right now, coming up to the stage, let's give it up for Shoshana 3 times!
Hi guys, I didn't know this started at 9, so I thought it started at 9:30, so I'm really sorry. Okay.
Love you.
Okay. He asked me about my religion. Ani Yehudi, I am Jewish. Next day, walks by, takes the crucifix hanging from his neck and shoves it in my face. 8-year-old me fell victim to hate crime. Asked me about my mom's. Soon as you know it, his lips puckered out at a boy right next to me, eyeing me and laughing. She asked me about my religion. I changed the subject. Fearing where the next plunge of hatred's metal nails will land on my face, my eyes already have 2 punctures, tear ducts. I don't need reason to cry blood now. Says, I want you to come over to my house, but my parents don't like that you have 2 moms. They're divorced, right? Okay, good. It would be weird if they lived together. Commercials on TV. The kids running in the backyard on a warm summer's day. Thin blonde mother setting the table, father flipping over huge slabs of meat on the barbecue, all smiling. Perfect, happy family. Teachers at school, bring this permission slip to your mom and dad. Not Oceana, by the way. Remind your mom and dad about the meeting. Make sure your mom and dad stop by my classroom. Her mom asked me about a dad. I don't have one. You have to have one. Well, I don't. 3rd grade, my family invisible to society. Now this woman tells me that I'm wrong about my own family. So, who's your real mom? They both are. But who is your real mom? They both are. I mean, who gave birth to you? How the hell does that concern you? Looks at what's on my iPod. Who listens to old people music? I'll have you know that Simon and Garfunkel are the very heartbeat of American music, reaching #1 on many charts. Their last album, Bridge Over Troubled Water, made it to #1 in multiple countries and received 8 times platinum certification by the Recording Industry Association of America. Their 1981 concert in Central Park, the 7th most attended concert in the history of music. What was that you said? How can you not eat meat? I don't want the flesh of another being in my body. Their sacred temple, shredded to bits, decomposing inside my very person. He starts to dream out loud with his friends. Slabs of cow muscle torn, dripping the blood pumped through my veins, the gush of their currents creating valleys in my soul. At lunch she says, "You're vegetarian, right?" Puts a slice of her salami on top of my head, pieces stuck in my hair I can't get out. She laughs. I say, "Watch out, don't step on the worm." "I won't, don't worry." He goes and smashes it with his foot, grinding the helpless, tiny soul into the wet pavement, along with my childhood mission. Running laps in PE, he passes me and says, "Stupid Jew," runs off, laughing with his friends. The first time I deflated to a friend, 2 moms ride the air out of my mouth. He held my fragile words with a steady hand, raised a liberal Catholic, equal rights for all. Next day, pixels on my phone pieced together the words that jump at my barely awoken face, "That's gay." 7 years later, asked about my religion. 7,423 miles, my beloved family, Be'erushalayim, Star of David on my neck, lay melted with my collarbone. Community flows deep through my veins. The history of my people are my thunder thighs, strong and propels me forward. The response: you know what Jews and pizza have in common? They both belong in the oven. Bend with the wind as your words slap me, but I will never lay a finger on you. I wouldn't want you to break. Im einani li mi li, if I'm not for myself, who will be for me? Uksheleatzmi ma'ani, if I'm only for myself, what am I? V'im lo akshav imatai, and if not now, when? Thank you.
Thank you. All right. I want you guys to clap it up for the poet Tina.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Okay.
You got it?
Whenever I look at my parents, I only see strangers. Piles of fake conversation overflowing, their straight faces, not even room left to leave me a single smile, because the door to my life is closed forever and I can't find the key. Mom, why do you have to live so far away? Do I have to drive up 4 hours of broken road just to remember what it's like to have a parent care about me? I'm sick of all these broken promises you leave me with. Hasn't 3 divorces taught you enough? You can't rely on a man to give you the satisfaction you've been looking all your life for. You're the only mother that I have. I love you with all my heart, but it's hard to keep that love alive when I only see you twice a year. Stepmother, I know you never wanted me. Every day you stepped down on me like I was part of the cracked cement on the sidewalk, avoiding me like I was bad luck or a curse to you. Pointing out every flaw, imperfections on my body, and judgment on my attitude. Your tone of voice when you speak to me burns of pure hatred, and I can never figure out why. Am I wrong for coming home every day wanting someone to ask me how my day was or what I wanted for dinner because I wanted you to care? You devoured my very own vision of my childhood, broken pieces of a child who just wanted somebody to love them because I just wanted a motherly figure to care about me. I didn't get that. Father, though I rarely see you, I never look forward to our conversations, rolling my eyes as you offer your heartless, ignorant insight on everything like your mind is filled with knowledge of the world. Every day you ask me what I want to do with my life. I tell you that I want to write, but you tell me that I'm wrong. My brain is boggled by the lack of consideration you caress in your mind. One night with a chuckle, you told me that you thought people who are depressed are just weak and you hope I'm not like that. But what if I was? What if I was so fed up with the lack of care, loneliness, and consideration I feel in my bones and I killed myself? Then would you laugh and call me weak? You see, I couldn't open up my mind or heart to you even if I tried. This household is nothing but an act, set like a play, scripted, repeated conversations, like every day we put on a show. You reign like dictators over my 16-year-old self, drenching me with orders and judgment to the point where I can't even take it anymore. I'm losing it, but you can't see the tears that I hide from you. I don't want anyone to know that I'm internally suffering. I seek refuge in my safe haven. My room is my own little sanctuary, locked up with myself.
You got it, poet.
I give myself up to passion because the only time I feel like I'm worth everything.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm not.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Because of you, I don't remember the last time I actually gave a crap about myself. My mind thrives with the thirst of carelessness and rebellion because all I ever wanted was to be acknowledged, cared for. I'm not as innocent and naive as you think I am because your effed up version of daddy's little girl is a lie because you ruined her with false visions of what good parenting actually looks like.
poetry, so how was it? You give a big round of applause for your MC, Jesse Crawford. Now, he's gonna share a piece.
So, sometimes I write poems about things. This is something I do. I really want this to not. Oh yeah. Alright. So, the teachers may find this one a little controversial, but you know what? We're all friends here, right? First off, I just want to say I'm really proud of my slam club for coming up here and spitting their truth. And let's give it up for Truth one more time, please. Now, if I may, I will do a poem.
Impact.
Something like that. I wonder sometimes why I'm still in school. I also wonder how the hell natural logs and Pythagorean identity will help me become a psychologist. And I want to become a psychologist, but almost nothing I am learning in high school is going to help me. And it doesn't feel like my teachers care or believe in me. They don't care if we pass their classes, only if we are obedient and silent. I'd like to drop out of school if it didn't mean people would think I failed. I'd like to drop out because there would be no more pressure to get better grades because of bad grades, because those who climb this 2-mile school system and fall down after weathering a whole mile are only seen as people who didn't try hard enough, not as people who managed to beat the system halfway. I'd like to drop out of schools playing in free fall because that'd be more exhilarating than sitting in a seat all day, constantly shown I'm not as good as my peers. How can we wonder why the million people who take the jump and drop out of the system's turbulence lean out and race to the ground? 1 million youth drop out of high school per year, leave fingerprints on lockers and smiles with their friends, and people just call them statistics, failures. We go to school in one of the poorest districts in the entire Bay Area. And just a year ago, there was such a lack of budget that we actually ran the risk of losing our library, ran the risk of regurgitating fundamental requirements like trash talk at recess. We run from oppression masked by whiteboards and test scores. We run races against expectations of everyone around us. We sprint against our own. We're at the feet of colleges, begging them to let them put us in debt for degrees that may as well be useless in the next 20 years. Kids drop out to save money because they think they will end up in the same dead-end job anyway. Statistics don't favor those with bigger dreams. Kids who drop out become statistics. We don't support them, just disregard them, although they probably made the right choice for themselves, and it's rare that they get a teacher that believed in them, so it's not a surprise they left. But I'm staying. For my chance to go to college, so I can be with my friends, for the occasional teacher who does believe I can succeed, because I believe it is worth studying, because that is the way I can turn this around and make a change, even if it's only a small one. So this is to all the educators out there. Think about why you started teaching in the first place. We're not a liability. I don't get amazing grades. I don't think I'm remarkable in any way. However, I do believe that my peers don't get told often enough that they have potential for change as well, and I believe we can come together as the youth and fight against this social injustice. We are unstoppable. We are the next generation, and we can damn sure speak for ourselves.
Give it up for the Slam Club!
Goodbye.